Now, having shared with you the different ways in which podcasting can be used in education, I thought I can tell you a little bit about how to start a podcast if at all you want to start one. As I said, that starting a podcast is not something everybody would want to do. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But since I have spoken about how podcasting can be used in education, I thought I should tell you about how you can start a podcast. Now, firstly, when you start a podcast, you should choose a topic or area of interest. If you're using your podcast to record your lectures, then this part becomes very simple. Otherwise, it requires you to give some thought about what is your expertise and what is it, what is your unique perspective which you want to share with the world and under which domain that would fall. So, if you're teaching law, you could have a podcast where you share little insights from prominent cases. So, if you're teaching intellectual property, you can have a collection of cases of, you can say, patents, copyright, whatever, like that. You can have like a case study type of a podcast. That is also possible. But that depends now on what subject you're teaching and what is your area of interest also. Then the second way in which you can start a podcast, the second part which you need to pay attention to when you start a podcast is choosing a name for your podcast. um, so for this little bit of research on keywords and all that can be done, so that people can find your podcast easily. The third thing is selecting a format. That is, what type of a podcast do you want to run? Do you want to run a podcast where you are the only speaker, or you want to run a podcast where you interview people, or you want to run a podcast where you have a co-host along with you? So you select a suitable format for your podcast. Then you plan seasons and episodes of your podcast. That is, like you have television series in that you have different seasons. Like that, you can have a season with a theme. So you may have, say, a podcast on management, where you may have season 1 can be some traditional theories, season 2 can be traditional thinkers and their lives, or something like that. So you can plan your seasons and your episodes. You have to plan this, because without planning it will not come across properly. Then prepare scripts. Now, this I recommend. Of course, you can, if you are a person who's very comfortable and clear about what you want to speak, then you can do without a script. But ideally, prepare a script so that when you're recording, it is there in front of you and you don't miss out anything. So it will just help you to do your work properly the first time around. Then the next thing is select a platform that's a proper hosting platform for your podcast. Now, there are many free platforms and you have to Google and look at them. You have Buzzsprout, Captivate, Transistor, Simplecast, Podbean, Castos. All like these platforms are available where you can publish your podcast. So they will host it for you. Some will give you unlimited space to store all your files and things like that. You have to evaluate and see which platform you want. A simple Google search for free podcasting, podcast publishing platforms, or free podcast hosting platforms will give you results. You can explore that on your own. Then the next step is you start recording and uploading. Now, when you're recording, that time I recommend that you do it at a time when it's relatively quiet, early morning or late night. You can record, because it's pretty still and you won't have noise, other noises coming into your recording. Otherwise, if you can invest in a mic a good quality mic, the noise cancelling headphones and things like that, then it becomes very easy for you can record whenever you want, and you upload it onto the platform, and then you can even like prepare all this in advance and then release one episode every week or 2 episodes every week. You can have a daily podcast also, it's up to you. Like Chirp is a platform which allows you, CHIRP, which allows you to make 5 minute podcasts. So your duration of an episode is 5 minutes. So that's also a lot if you want to just share little nuggets of information. So you start recording and uploading, and finally when you started off doing all that and you're publishing your episodes and all, what remains is spreading the word about your podcast. But if you are using it only for your students, then you can just share the link with them every time that you upload the podcast, and that should be enough. But if you are doing making a podcast which has a broader audience, which is beyond your student, then you need to market and promote it a little bit by having some social media page for it, or relating what you have spoken about, writing a little note about it and posting it on social media and things like that. That is something that you can do. Now, as I said, just because podcasting is available as an avenue, it is a popular listening format, doesn't mean that you can just make a podcast and people will listen. Probably that will be applicable only to your students, your class of 150 or 60 or whatever. Now, what you need for to start a podcast is you need a unique perspective, because you should be able to share something really unique with people. Otherwise, why would they listen to you? So that is something you need to pay attention to, when you are sharing your ideas through a podcast or the information through a podcast. The other thing is that your input should be valuable. That is, you should be able to leave your listeners with at least one thing which stands out. So if you're sharing some tips about communication, and you've done an episode on resume writing, so then you should be able to give some valuable input in the form that, okay, nowadays people recruiters they spend about 6 seconds on each resume, and the reading format which people follow online, all of us who read online, is an E or F structure. Now that's a valuable input that you can leave your audiences with. Because otherwise, if you just say, oh, a resume is chronological and it is functional and it is hybrid, then that kind of information is very generic. So leave them with some valuable inputs. Content is king. So obviously, making a podcast is not easy. It is hard work. You have to invest time and effort in that. You have to do a bit of research, or not a bit, a lot of research. You need to do a lot of background work. Where the final output of a podcast is like just a tip of the iceberg. Then originality. So because podcasts are so popular, there are like hundreds of podcasts out there which would compete for the attention of your listeners or your students. So make sure that your concept is original, and that is give them a strong reason to keep coming back and listening to your inputs, apart from the fact that you're their teacher and you have assigned them that job of listening to it. And engaging delivery, that is how you speak, obviously, when you how you start off, how you close. So these things matter a lot, because those people cannot see you. The only thing that they can hear is your voice. So obviously your voice modulation your voice is the most powerful tool in a podcast, and your information, of course, is the value which you give to your listeners. So these are some things you need if you want to start a podcast of your own. Just like to end with this, that podcast might not be suitable for teaching maths or accountancy or costing, but they can definitely be used by these teachers to share some theoretical concepts with their students in the form of recorded lectures, or some facts about some mathematician. You can share those kind of ideas and insights with them. That will give them some value, and it will be some like an interesting little project for you also. Apart from that, I think in commerce education, apart from using your podcast for lectures, which of course you can definitely use, you can use a podcast to share all little bits of information, which you want to give students, but you're unable to give it to them during a class or something like that. So thank you. I hope you all find this useful. Thank you very much.